Hey guys, it's Matt and Scott with Stout Sportsmen, and yeah, we almost forgot to do this one.
Yeah, anytime we get a couple weeks in between events, it kind of slips the mind a little bit. So,
Yeah.
yep. This week, starting Thursday, we have the 2024 Whataburger Bassmaster Elite at Lake Wheeler in Alabama, part of the TVA. So it's actually what the other half of Pickwick, pretty much.
I believe so.
Yeah, yep. So you got like Pickwick, then Wheeler, and then to Gunnersville, and then up to Chickamauga. Yep. All
Um,
right.
yeah, so I know neither of us really know too much about Wheeler Lake, but
Yeah.
I've heard that it's going to be more of like a ledge fishing tournament. So
Yeah.
uh,
It's yeah. Should. um, Another thing too is I just looked the weather up a little bit ago, and it looks a little warm. So like overnights, it's going to be anywhere from upper 60s to mid low 70s overnight, but during the day, you're looking at 90, 93, 96, 97. So, you know, look right now, it's like sunny, mostly sunny. So it's going to be kind of brutal out there, and the winds don't look to be anything substantial, anywhere from like 4 to 7 miles per hour. I mean, obviously things change, but that that's going to be brutal.
well, you want to just dive into it, and
Yeah, we'll dive in and then we'll just kind of go from there.
all right, Group A. Um, I went with Jordan Lee. It's probably the probably the biggest chalk pick here,
Yeah,
and I mean he's having a great season, so why not give him a shot?
yeah, 30. See, 36%. I'm not sure if mine's updated, but
Yeah,
um,
36.
no, I he was definitely on my radar. One of a handful of guys. I ended up going with Trey McKinney, just kind of trying to ride the wave that he's been on, and also just kind of glancing back at the Open from later May last year. He finished seventh, so I kind of like that.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of other guys I think that are great here too. Obviously, the Jake Fouts.
yeah,
You
that's what
know,
I was gonna say
Fouts
next.
is Fouts is a hammer. Obviously, Justin Hamner is really good just down the road at Pickwick. Um, Obviously, Brandon Lester. I mean, those guys right there, you can't go wrong. I think so. JT Tompkins, yeah, he finished 11th in that Open. So there's a bunch of guys here that could do really well.
All right, B group.
B group. I probably picked who you picked. Second
Uh,
place in that Open last year. I picked Palaniuk.
I had him for a little while, and then
Okay.
I kind of heard somebody talking about. I did my little research, and Justin Atkins says that one of his favorites is Wheeler Lake. So
Okay.
you know what? I'm gonna use Justin Atkins. Go a little bit off what everybody else is picking, not too far,
Yeah.
uh, and give it a shot. What is there to lose at this point?
Yeah. Exactly. I hear you there. um, yeah, I went with Palaniuk. Obviously, I think Austin Felix. I think he might be able to do well. But the Will Davis Jr. I think that could be a good pick. Although, I mean, is he the chalk pick?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the chalk pick. I think that's a good pick too. Um, I think I don't know. West Logan might be solid there too. I don't know. You never know.
yeah. I mean this tournament, I really not sure what to say,
Mm,
about it, but the way this season's been going, the picks that you think should be doing well haven't
yeah,
been, and
right.
vice versa.
I mean, even looking back to the last event, I forget which one it was in South Carolina, but he had Seth Feider and E Bucket, and I took him, and he just I don't know. It just you'd think that he'd be a bargain, and he wasn't. So I don't know.
All right.
C group.
C group. I went with Koyoya Kojita.
Okay.
Being a ledge kind of tournament, I really don't see Kyle Welcher in there, even though he's from Alabama.
Right.
But Koyo with his forward-facing sonar, I think that's a decent pick there. And
Yeah.
he's been struggling lately, so maybe he can get it back going, especially
Yeah.
head up north.
Yeah. He started pretty hot this year, and then kind of
Fizzled.
fizzled a little bit. Speaking of Kyle Welcher, as of right now, I don't know. I really didn't. Nobody stuck out at me really in this group, so I picked Welcher being the chalk pick. Good chance I look in and do a little bit more research, but for now I have him picked. Um, I don't know. I always think Hackney is a possibility for me, so I could go that route, but I don't know. Maybe even like a Jake Whitaker sneaky pick because he's been doing halfway decent this year. We'll see. D group. I went with Clark Wendelin.
I saw Clark.
Yeah.
I went with Paul Mueller right below Clark.
Okay.
At
I
this
will.
point, at
Go
this
ahead.
point, I mean, I had David Gaston, and then I was like, I don't even know. And so I looked down, and I'm like, I haven't picked Paul Mueller in a while.
Yep. I think Gaston would be a solid pick. I mean, that's not too far up the road from him.
Yep.
I mean, the main reason I went with Clark is because he finished fifth in that Open last year, so he should have some relevant information on it. So we'll see. I mean, the tough thing with this lake really is there's not a whole lot of history. There's that Open from last year, and then I think I had to go back to 2016 to find the next Bassmaster event.
Yep.
And once you go back, 8 years, it's like what are you really taking off of that? So,
Yep.
and there's so few guys that even fished it that are fishing, this weekend. So, actually, there's quite a few, but not enough.
Yeah. It's definitely you get those lakes that have too much information.
Yep.
You have almost like the St. Lawrence. Like there's
Right.
just too many. Like this year will be a little different because they're going out of Waddington, and you never know what's going to happen. Most of the guys are going to run on the lake anyway, even though they're farther away. But
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because Waddington's, further up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I thought, well, I mean, not to get off event here, but a lot of that St. Lawrence event's going to be what the weather's doing, because if it's going to be real choppy, that's going to be a long ride.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on which way that wind's going to come.
Right. Yep.
Fishing the Niagara River, you can stay in the river and be out of it unless it's a directly north to south wind.
True. Yeah.
Then that's when it's choppy.
Yep. All right. Group E.
And there's two picks here.
Yep.
And every time I pick this guy, he doesn't do good, but I'm going to pick him anyway. Buddy Gross.
Yep.
I mean, he's up on Chickamauga, and he's a ledge fisherman, and this should be his tournament. But
yeah, it should fish similar to Chickamauga.
Yep.
Yeah. I also went with Buddy Gross.
Did you?
Yeah.
My other look would be Matt Robertson. He's has those Kentucky Lake ledge type stuff going on. So
yes,
that would be my other idea.
Yep. I like the Robertson pick too. Scott Canterbury at 30%. I think everybody just saw Alabama and was like, hey, I'm going to pick this guy. But
Yep.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how he is there. I mean, I think I would probably pick Swindle over Canterbury.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a toss up for me.
Yeah. I
I'll
mean,
just pick.
Swindle hasn't been fishing well, though. So,
Yeah. I'll just pick neither.
right. Yeah. Yep. All right. Weight. I have no idea. Like the Open last year, 3 days, winning weight 54.15. So you're looking at just over 18 per day. So, I mean, that was a little bit early in the year. So I'm
Probably
thinking,
not as.
yeah, I'm thinking 18 would be the high end.
Yeah, I'm at 78.8.
78.8. Wow.
That's 19 and a half.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. I'm at 71.7. And I mean, I set that before I even looked at the weather, but I'm not sure what the water temps are there, but those are some hot days that are coming up. I don't know.
I will say the tournaments this year, the weights have always been a little bit over what I've been picking. So,
True.
and obviously that's part of, the forward facing sonar,
Right.
you're targeting those bigger fish. So a little bit more than you'd think it might be, but I'd say just under 20 a day.
Okay.
There'll be somebody that'll hit like 22, 23, and then the next day they'll hit 17, kind of
Right.
thing.
Yep. I don't know. I think I don't know. I totally agree with you because they're always seeming to hit it higher.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just every time I rehash me fishing at 90 plus degrees and sunny and not a whole lot of wind, I don't have very good days. So that's where my mindset's going to.
Yeah.
But who knows? Somebody always
Right.
finds a way to catch something good.
Yeah. Drain the Lake.
Yeah, I did set mine the other day. I kind of got to go back through it a little bit, but I'll rattle mine off. I have Atkins, Canterbury, David Gaston, Wesley Gore, Matt Herron, Logan Parks, Joe Webster, and Welcher. And every single one of them is listed under Alabama.
I went with Justin Atkins, Scott Canterbury, Jordan Lee, Robert Gee,
Okay.
Jacob Fouts, Bob Downey, David Gaston, and Wesley Gore.
Okay. So similar.
Yep.
Some similar guys. Yeah. Yep.
This has been one of our quickest yet.
Yeah. I would just want to go back real quick and look at how I did at Murray. So my fantasy fishing, I did 1183 points for Murray, which was, well, it's not telling. Well, it just gives me my overall. It doesn't give me my rank for that particular week, but yeah, I was happy with 1183.
Let's see. It was 1846 last week or last tournament
1846.
for Drain the Lake.
Oh no, my regular fantasy 1183 for regular.
I crushed it.
Yeah, I was happy with a first and a third.
1122.
1122. Okay, so we're pretty close there. Let's see, my Drain the Lake was 1391. Yeah, that could have been better. Yeah. All right.
All right. Is this back to back? Are they
Schedule. The next one is June 27th through the 30th, so it looks like we have 2 weeks. Yep, 2 weeks in between, or week and a half, 2 weeks in between. Yep.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's at Lewis Smith, also in Alabama. And then there's going to be a month and a half or so, it's about 7 weeks hiatus until Lake Champlain in August.
Yeah. Part of me wishes they just lump it all together and get it over with, and then part of me is like, they really need to, I don't know, just do one event a month or something. I don't know. It's spread them out or put them all together.
Because I mean, even with these 2 events in Alabama, like I get it, for the guys that are traveling, it kind of makes sense. But now you're forcing the guy to stay there for basically pretty much 3 weeks, where if he just did them, stacked them back to back, I don't know. I either like if they're a couple hours away, stack them back to back, just so the guys can't, so they don't have to be away from home, or just do, like you said, one a month.
Yeah.
That way it gives them time, to make it worthwhile to make that drive home.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have, I don't know. For us, it's, our fishing season doesn't start till, May, maybe April.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of nice that they have a good chunk of the events before it, but part of me wishes it would just spread out more.
Yeah, or even add say 1 or 2 more events, kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. I don't know. Because to me, it just seems like a long time to go from June 30th to, August 8th. I mean, it is kind of the dog days of summer, right in the middle of that, which normally isn't good fishing for anybody. But
I mean, Champlain and St. Lawrence, July, August, it's
it's better.
Okay.
Better than most, but yeah.
Yep. Great. They'll do it for us, I think. Unless you got anything else?
No, nothing relevant.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yep. We can talk about stuff off air.
All right. Close it out.
Yeah. I'm Matt. He is Scott. Lake Wheeler this weekend, Thursday through Sunday. Takeoffs at 7. Weigh-ins at are like 3 o'clock, I believe. Normal stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Subjects or picks subject to change.
Let's start scrolling that at the bottom.
Yeah.
Don't pick these people.
Alrighty.
All right.
You guys stay stout. We're out.